Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. Thank y'all, everybody, for staying with us as you continue with us throughout the night as we get through some of our religious conversations. We talked about the papal visit, and we talked about the papal water, and we talked about the stealing of the water, and we talked about religion and the grandma kicked out of the church, and we talked about the woman in the West Coast who had been forced to go through religious meetings and stuff as a to keep her kids, and that's all kind of crazy. But we are going to transition. We're moving on. Last week on Wednesday, the return of the show that has a lot of people kind of making sure that they don't miss it. It's blowing up the Twitter sphere. It's blowing up Facebook. It's a whole lot of attention going on with regards to this show. And the show, in fact, is Empire. And so we're going to talk about it. You know, I personally will go on record as saying that I watched the show. I enjoy the show. I had some very interesting opinions about the show. So I want to go around the room and just kind of discuss what everybody's feelings about the show. So before I get into it, and Pete and B will be back in a minute. We lost them for a minute, but they'll be back in a minute. It's the Diva and yours truly, Big Bro Joe, here right now. Actually, before I read those comments, before I get into that, I'm going to read a comment. Our brother said I ain't right. I'm playing T.I., but I ain't playing no Big Crit. So he been trying to get on me. He been trying to get on me to play Big Crit for a while. You know, I played Big Crit a while ago, but I do like Clifford. And so don't mess with me about that. But,
hey, yo, I'm going to have to get you. Hey, before he continues, yo, Big said, I'm with you with my fist pumped in the air. Yo, I'm not going to let him be a hip-hop Nazi, bruh. I got you.
Both of y'all are a couple of punks. But anyway, Diva, I know that you're a fan of the show. I'm a fan of the show. Anybody that's listening that's a fan of the show that wants to get in with us, call us at 804-402-2893. Diva, you watch Empire?
Yes.
Did you watch Empire last week?
Yes.
Okay. Well, tell me your thoughts. If you want to give us a recap, you can. If you want to just tell me how you feel about it, you can. I want to talk about Empire. I want to spend a few minutes before we get into the Diva Diaries relationship segment that will be in the next segment, which you will lead. I want you to share your feelings about the show Empire. What's up? What you think?
Can I share my feelings and also the backlash that I get from watching the show?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay,
The floor. You can say whatever you want.
Okay, my little quickie review. Last season was awesome. It kept you on your seat, on the edge of your seat, on the tips of your toes. Like, it was high action, high impact. Last week's show was pretty good, but it was more low key. And being a writer, you know, being a former film producer, I kind of understand why every episode can't be hard hitting, you know, exciting. Sometimes you have to build the story. So, you know, a lot of people criticize the fact that it wasn't as hard hitting last week as it had been in the previous episodes. But it was good. It was good stuff. And I don't know if everybody's watched it, so I'm not going to spoil anything. You know, you can pull it up on the internet.
Damn it, it's been 5 days. Say what you want. They ain't watching. It's a them problem. Yeah, it's a them problem.
You know, Lucius had whatever Chris Rock's part was murdered. That was a good part right there.
Yeah, because Chris Rock sounded like Pookie in the back, screaming like a little, like a little.
Yo, why did he duck though?
804-402-2893. We talking about Empire. If you watch the show, you got an opinion about it. You know, now's the time to get in on it because you'll be interested to hear my position on the show, Big Bro.
Oh, was it Diva? Diva, you finished? I'm gonna be a gentleman for a minute, like Lucius.
Because
I care about you.
Thank you, Big Brother Joe. I wasn't finished.
If you was watching Empire, you know what he said.
Some of the, I guess, Facebook backlash that I've gotten and I've read on Facebook. People who watch Empire are supposed to be ignorant folks who can't think for themselves. The devil is like influencing our minds, and you know, with all the gay symbolic stuff that's going on in the episode, we're being influenced to do these devil things that is on Empire. And so I just thought, you know, that was quite hilarious. And, my only comment on Facebook was, it's entertainment to me. I don't see it as an influence to me at all. It doesn't make me go out there and do anything I see on television.
Well, are you going to kiss a man, Diva? Are you going to kiss a man?
Am I going to kiss a man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the same thing he did.
Same thing he did.
He just went, nothing. Come on, LB, help me out.
I watched the show. I'm gonna save my opinion for Empire for last because I want everybody to get in their opinions before I get in what my opinion is. I know you watched the show as well, big bro, and so Diva, I'll ask, are you finished?
Yes, sir. I'm finished for now. I will return.
My sister. Ooh. No, because when she says she will return, I believe her.
Yeah.
I believe her. All right, yeah. Big bro, you watched Empire?
Oh, no doubt.
You said that like you were so happy.
Hey,
like that's your joint.
What I'm saying is, you know what? I can relate, and some of the things that I've seen on Empire are relatable. I understand it. It's entertainment, like you said. It's funny sometimes. I think back to Young Hakeem last season. He thought he was more gangster than he was. This year he kind of came out like a punk because he went and smacked the tablet out his brother's hand, and then he said, "I'm gonna go tell mama." He didn't even like his mama last season. You ain't see that?
I think I missed that part.
Oh, when him and Gabrielle Sidibe. Oh, I'm sorry if y'all don't know that Precious. You know what? Oh. One thing I will say, they have some valuable wardrobe malfunctions. Why they got Gabrielle in black and yellow, looking like a big bumblebee?
Well, they did that last season. Poor thing. Why did they?
And
do that?
She's shining like new money. Oh, she looked like a brand new copper penny. All that green. Yeah, what? Yo, is this not internet? Legacy internet radio where we ain't have Steppin with Marcus J? Isn't that what it is?
I can dig it, man.
Okay.
If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But tell me how you feel about the show.
Oh, the show itself, like I said, even though it's kind of predictable, entertainment-wise, it was still good to finally, when it happened, you were like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because Lucius Lyons. I put it up there, hashtag Lucius Lyons, because when you want to kill somebody slow and loud in a prison that everybody else was around and they look at you like, yo, like it's okay. I don't want to know how ain't nobody here. How was this dude eating? Chris Rock was eating the dude while he was sitting there watching him. He was a cannibal.
No, I can dig it. I can dig it. I'm going to jump in here and just kind of share my thoughts on Empire. First of all, in the interest of full disclosure, I watched it since it debuted last year, or earlier this year, I should say last season. I enjoy watching it. Taraji Henson is one of my favorite actresses. Terrence Howard, he's one of my favorite actors. Last season, I didn't really get so caught up in the images. I just took the show for what the show was. But this season, when one of the first things you see is a black woman jumping out of a cage in a monkey suit, that absolutely raised my antennas. And it had me on edge and in my feelings for the rest of the show. And so everything I saw after that had me sensitive. I was very sensitive because I was so annoyed at that visual that everything that happened after that, I wasn't really watching it looking to be entertained. I was watching it saying, how much buffoonery and bullshit am I going to see the rest of the show? And so after I saw her jump out the cage in the monkey suit, then I saw her disrespect the civil rights leader. Oh, yeah. Say what you want about Al Sharpton, but she disrespected the civil rights leader.
No, she didn't.
Then you saw a whole lot of gayness in the show. It is, homosexuality.
You saw a lot of gayness in the street.
Let me finish, man. Let me finish. I let you speak. Let me finish.
Man.
Homosexuality is what it is, but it was a whole lot of gay in this particular episode. Mm-hmm. Then you saw mass incarceration by black men in prison. Then you saw the black company that looked like it was doing so well that needed to get the backing of the white Jew before they can move on to the next level, and they did it by sexual means. There were so many images of negativity in this one episode, in this 1 hour of Empire, that, it was hard for me because, I was one of the main supporters, and I enjoy the show. I'm not going to stop watching the show. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite here. I enjoy the show, but anything that you enjoy, you can dissect and say that I don't like that. You know what I mean? I can say that the Giants are terrible. They played last week against the Redskins. They won the game, but they played terrible. I can dissect something that I like and hope that I can see better in the next week or next episode or whatever it is. As I'm watching it, I'm just thinking to myself, like, all of this in 1 hour. It was hard, man. It was hard. It was that monkey suit that had me on my antennas, man. But it was the first thing that you saw. Mm-hmm. It was the first thing that you saw. So that's what my thought was with Empire. And I want to ask the question. With it being Fox being the channel, Fox News, we know, is what it is. Empire had 16 million people watching it last week. So are we, as black people, funding our own disrespect? That's the question I want to ask. Are we funding our own disrespect? Because 16 million people watching Empire, I know it's not all black people, because I know some white folk personally that watch Empire. They've told me, and I've talked to them about it. Do we have a greater duty as black people to be more socially conscious than other cultures may have? Or am I doing too much?
I think
I know I laid a lot out there, but I think it's something that's worth discussing because, Diva, I've had people on either side talk to me. I've had the Fist in the Air crew tell me that the show is a mess and y'all wilding for even supporting it. Mm-hmm. And then I've had the It's Just Television crew saying it's fictional. Why are you taking it so serious? Mm-hmm. I'm not on the fence. I know where I stand on it, but I'm going to reserve the right to not really get into it because I want to hear what the crew is going to say about this. Diva, you up first. I'll bring in the crew. Prickly Pete and B have just rejoined us. I'll let them know what we're talking about here in a minute. Jump in.
I mean, being an intelligent person, you should be able to see it from both sides. Of course, I can see that there's buffoonery there, okay? But I'm not a buffoon, so it doesn't affect me. And so I think that those people who read entirely too much into it assume that everybody is a buffoon and they're going to run out and do everything they see on television. That's not what I'm going to do. Now, I don't agree with children watching the show, but they are, just like they watch a bunch of other negative stuff on television.
Yeah, like
Empire
cartoons.
Is no different.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, that was the most racist cartoon ever. I mean, come on.
Real talk. Keep it real.
Come on. I mean, while we want to attack one show, this stuff goes on and on since the beginning of television. So let's dissect all of that.
Right. I can dig it. Ain't no hashtag on Marcus J. We're talking about Empire. 804-402-2893 is the number to dial. We know that Empire made its return to the TV waves last week. I've stated my case. Diva stated her case with regards to some of the things that we saw in the episode. Joe, I mean, you think that I might be a little bit tripping? All I did was present both sides. But, I mean, if you want to jump on me, feel free. I can take it. What you think?
Of course. Respectively, what I'm going to say to this one is you sound a little like Fox News right now, El. Oh. I got to put it there. You sound to me that you're in your feelings just a little bit. Now, now you and I have had a discussion, a small discussion, but you and I had a little bit of discussion yesterday on the fact that we both agreed that the scene where she was in the monkey suit in the cage was.
I mean, we had this discussion. In the interest of full disclosure, I didn't say anything that you didn't hear me say yesterday in front of football.
True. I mean, no. That's full disclosure. Yeah. And I sit there and looked at you then like I thought you were in your feelings. Full disclosure. But it's to me, we go back to it was what it was. It was entertainment. It was entertainment. It was funny. You made the statement that you felt that Al Sharpton, who was the character, I mean, he played his own self, was
they punked him.
But you know what? He signed a contract to be punked.
I got you. Hey, look.
So how can you be punked if you signed a contract to be punked?
But you also know how I feel about Al Sharpton. My opinions about him has been evolving.
Yes.
With regards to his leadership, his prominence, his position in our community as well as the overall community.
Right.
And so my issue with regards to that is, if you present yourself as a civil rights leader, as someone who is about the people and the advancement of people and the support of people and their issues, black people, people who need a voice, to allow yourself to be minimized in a fictional show the way he was, told me a lot about him. Because that was a money grab.
But that wasn't what you. But I'm just clarifying.
That's exactly what I said.
No. I mean,
tell me what I said that was different than that.
The way you came out was you said that you thought the show disrespected him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I said
but
that.
The show
didn't
disrespect Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton disrespected Al Sharpton.
Okay,
because you said, and you made the point that it was a money grab.
Yeah. Well, that to me is semantics, because I think that he, by virtue of allowing himself to be presented that way, disrespected himself.
Okay, then
but he didn't write the script.
No, but who signed the contract?
Okay, but again, we're agreeing more than you think we are.
Okay,
all right. I'm gonna get B in here. B.
Well, I'm kind of jaded against Empire, and
he like power. He 50.
No. Well, as you know, shameless plug.
Yo,
I am a.
Why? See what he did again? 50. Yo, he texting you now, ain't he?
Go ahead, man. Stop it, man. I'm a writer and a producer and a song, and a musician myself. My problem with Empire is, like the sister said, it's a lot of buffoonery. Now, she is not a buffoon. I'm not a buffoon. But let's be real. There's a lot of buffoons out there. So what's happening is they believe that that's an accurate depiction of how music is made, how it's presented to us, and what the lifestyle is.
Did you see Straight Outta Compton?
Bruh, you feel? I mean,
hold up. No, I'm just a question. Did you see Straight Outta Compton?
Yes, I did.
So there is some truth, or a lot of truth, behind some of that buffoonery that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's right.
Yeah,
he's right.
And I'm just asking that because, come on, Marcus J, you saw it.
Empire to
no. But what I'm doing is I'm comparing your ideology of what you just said to that there is not. You saying that they see it and believe that there isn't the same amount of stuff going on, but the portrayal of Empire is no more truthful or no more less truthful. Yo, things can happen the same way in the music industry.
No, I'm gonna be frank and honest and say, like, the way, even down to the way that they wrote their songs in season 1. Like, for instance, for me, I didn't get past episode 4 of season 1 because I'm like, yo, that's not how it's done. Like, when the boy brought the musicians over and they learned the songs in 30 minutes and that's not how it's done. But you got people now in the age of technology where you can go to Toys R Us and buy you something to make a beat on. People are looking at Empire for their business model of how they're going to get on. And so the craft that I love and participate in is suffering. It's becoming watered down. So that's my personal beef with the Empire. But in terms of this particular episode, because I have to admit I did watch to see if it got better or just to see what was going on, I thought it was a lot of buffoonery. That's a good word.
Yeah,
it was just buffoonery.
We're getting a hit from our brother Hakeem, who's listening to us. Hakeem says he's questioning me. He's asking, and so am I saying that there hasn't been coonery and buffoonery since day one? Because he always thought so, and I agree. I agree with Hakeem as well. But I'm also on record as saying, understanding that, I still enjoyed the show, just like most of us in this room watched Good Times, and we all enjoyed the coonery and buffoonery that was James Evans Jr. You know what I'm saying? But some of the images that I saw in the second season premiere was a little bit different. I'm gonna get the rest of his comment, and Hakeem, I see you here. Give me a minute. I'm gonna get the diva back in here first. Diva.
Okay, what you want me to say?
Well, you were looking at me like you wanted to say something, so I'm coming to you.
Well, I did want to say something earlier when you were talking about all the gay imagery and this episode. Yeah. I do agree with you. It's a gay agenda going on. Yeah. And I don't have nothing against gay people, but they did do a lot of extra gay scenes in this particular episode.
And I'm agreeing with you. I don't have any issues with gay people. I sound like the white folk that say, I got a black friend. You know what I mean? Like, I sound like them when I say it. But I really do have some friends that are gay, and I don't care. I really don't, because I got some friends that that are straight that I'm not trying to sleep with. So what's the difference between having some friends that's gay that I'm not trying to sleep with? You know what I mean? So what's the freaking difference?
Right.
But I do see that there appears to be some sort of agenda going on with the perpetuation of some of the images that you see in some of the TV shows, and they slip it in a very subtle way that just kind of makes me wonder what's going.
I don't even think it's subtle.
I was about to say, if I may, I think, and this ain't even specific to Empire. It's definitely an agenda, and I say that because it's common now. Now, I don't have a problem with your choice of lifestyle, but when you start to do what seems almost like recruiting, then I have a problem with you.
Well, let me ask you a question, and you made this point earlier, and P, I got to come back to you because I know I'm gonna get it real. Fox put this. It's on Fox.
I said that.
Well,
yeah, that's what I said.
Too.
Yeah, I said
that's
that.
what
ABC
I said
too.
Yeah, but
16
how
million.
to be a million. I mean, how to be a murder. How to get away with murder.
Yeah.
A scandal.
Yeah, I said.
But
Cyrus.
as conservative as Fox is,
16 million people watched Empire, and we gonna complain, on Fox, local,
Fox.
you know what I mean? Where we gonna complain about Fox News, who aren't going to give us the proper reporting on the brother who got shot in Walmart. Hakeem continues his point. He's saying not all black people, Mike and Mike, talk about the show on their show because one of them is a real fan. So he's kind of responding when I talked about it. And I mentioned not all black people watch the show, so he's agreeing with me there. And then he says, so it's okay to perpetuate negative stereotypes as long as you do so under the guise of entertainment. So, Pete, you got the mic in your hand. Jump in here right now and tell me, what you think about that.
Wait. Disclaimer. Don't put no F's and B's and.
Yeah, I got you,
All right,
man.
cool.
I got
I had
you.
to put that
I'm
out.
working on that shit.
Don't freaking cuss.
Yeah, don't freaking cuss.
And you just
I'm working.
cussed in saying that you.
I stopped
hey, look,
it,
man,
though. I stopped.
you already got banned from the freaking mic, man. Like seriously, like no more cussing, man. I'm serious.
You right.
Stop playing.
You're right. Nah, so first off, Fox and Fox News is two different. I think Rupi owns a little bit of Fox Broadcasting Company, but that's a different story than Fox News Channel. That's a complete and I would say, objectively speaking, a very right wing organization. So that's just the difference. Fox and Fox News is they're not totally different, but they're kind of different. Yeah, I don't know what I mean. I can go a couple of different ways on this. First, I'll comment on the buffoonery of the show. I actually don't think that there's anything wrong with. So I'll say this. So a friend of mine told me that she doesn't want her kids cursing, so that she can curse around them or listen to rap music around them. I, on the other hand, had a different perspective. I am not teaching my son whether or not
Marcus J. live from the Den, Legacy Internet Radio. We got a caller. Caller, you on the live line with us right now. What's your name? What you calling about?
This is the fam. It's Cousin Terry.
Yo, what up, cuz?
What up? How y'all doing? How's everybody?
Hi. We could. That's my sister, Cousin Terry on the live line with us. Real quick, what's your comment? What you got?
Listen, on the Empire thing, just speaking on Empire, number one, stay calm, relax, it's entertainment. But at the same time, you touched on a point when you talked about, old girl jumping out in the gorilla suit. Through that episode, there were a lot of subliminal messages, including her comments to a civil rights leader, including her comments to Don Lemon from CNN. She spoke on Ferguson. She spoke on, whatever she said to Sharpton. And then as far as the references to the overt homosexuality and gayness, the creator of the show is writing and speaking from what he knows. To me, there are points in Empire where they're touching on some issues, but even sometimes almost comical. But it's entertainment. It's the same way that, some of us used to look at reality TV. So I don't want you to be upset. I want everybody to stay calm and be entertained, because that's what it is. Maybe it is happening out there in the world of entertainment and hip-hop and all of that, but I think that the direction they're going to go this season, it is going to be social, but it's going to be social commentary in a way that others can understand. But I'm entertained by it. I'm enjoying the show too, by the way.
You sound like an intellectual sister, and what I would say to you is, never underestimate just by how much we are outnumbered by buffoons. So you're saying keep calm and let it be entertainment. That's because you have the ability to separate reality from entertainment. But the sad fact, my sister, is we are the minority now. So there are people who are out here putting CDs in their car and patterning their lives after rappers. So people are actually out here, oh, wow, that's how Hakeem did it. I'm going to give me a flat top and just start rapping and dating old broads. And they think they're patterning their whole pattern for their plan on life off TV.
Hold up.
But no, those are the buffoons.
Just happening, though.
The intelligent people will pattern themselves to the point where it's what the name of the show is, Empire. Okay, they do these flashbacks to where, okay, I started out on the street, but then I built an empire.
Right.
The intelligent buffoon will look at it from a business standpoint.
Intelligent
buffoon. They didn't all go to jail.
That's a hashtag.
That's hot.
Go ahead.
No. We wilding off of the intelligent buffoon.
That's
because
going on my
out
Facebook
there.
post.
We have intelligent buffoons that are trying to become presidents of the United States.
Ooh.
It's just the way you work your game.
Yeah.
And so those who have some intelligence, they're not going to look at it and go, oh, I can put a CD in my car and then I become, quote unquote, Lucius Lyons tomorrow.
True.
But still, it's the subliminal underlying things. These people didn't go to jail. They built an empire.
Right.
They used what they had to get what they wanted. They did work the system. That's the way I see it.
No, I can do
if they had to deal with the Marissa Tomei character or whatever, to get to whatever level they want to get to, that's what they did. That's the intelligent buffoonery. Now, just the buffoons are going to be the ones watching housewives going out getting 850 yards of weave and everything, putting on some, stacked heels and trying to find a football player.
No, I got you.
A basketball player. You know what I mean? It's take the entertainment, but then there is, I think, a message somewhere in there. And I'm kind of growing tired of people saying, like, every time a black person goes out and does something in entertainment, they have to be that next spokesperson. They have to be that next representative and all of that. But meanwhile, Duck Dynasty is making billions of dollars.
But
because people are entertained and they don't take it as seriously.
And now let me tell you this, sister, cuz here's where you right on it, because we come from the same damn gene pool, and we must be sharing a brain when it comes to that statement that you just made. Because the truth of the matter is, we have so many people who think that we have to represent black people when we have situations that come up. You know, I was in a discussion recently, and it's not what you're saying. I'm going to go on a different kind of tangent just now, but I'm going to let you respond to this, and then I'm going to let you go so that we can take a break and we get into the Diva Diaries with the Dating Pool Diva. But I was having a discussion with a white brother of mine, and we were talking about President Barack Hussein Obama, about how he is a divider and how he's divided the nation and how he set the nation back 40 years. And that was his number. I thought it was a kind of a nonsensical thing to say, but that's what he said, because of how he has not told black people how to chill out with regards to things like Ferguson and Baltimore and some of the things that have happened in this country. And it outraged me, and I had to subdue my passion when it came to that, because I heard him say the black dude needs to herd the black people. And I asked him directly, when have we had a white president who came out publicly and said, white folk, y'all wilding out. Y'all need to act right. Stop doing the things that y'all doing. Have we ever had that? No, we haven't. And so just now when you said what you just said, it just kind of put me back in that mindset. Let you comment on that, and then we're going to let you go.
Yeah, it's not the responsibility of entertainers, and that's what this is. Just because they're entertainers and they're doing what they get paid for. Period. You can't put the plight or whatever's going on in Black America on the backs of somebody who said, I want to spit 16 bars. You can't put the plight of Black America on even these athletes. I read something recently about people being upset about Michael Jordan's investments because they said he invested in prisons and he wasn't doing anything for the black people. And sometimes we have to take responsibility, right, and pull ourselves up. You know, but I'm not going to look at Wiz Khalifa or Talib Kweli, whoever's making all of this music and everything, and say, hey, you're going to change our world. No, politicians haven't gone on to say white people stop acting like that, because that's what they're accustomed to. But at the same time, I'm not looking at Cookie Lyons to change my race.
No, I can dig it. I can dig it. You know, some agree with you and some disagree. If we had more time to get into Empire, we would definitely build more on it. But that's something that we'll have to do in a future show. My sister, my cousin, love you, man.
I love you guys. Y'all having a great show. I'm out.
All right, peace. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den. Legacy, internet, radio. We're going to take our second break. We're going to take another break. And when we come back, we got the Dating Pool Diva up in this joint to do what we got her here to do. We got the Diva Diaries. Yours truly, Marcus J. I got our brother Prickly Pete. I got our brother B, First Timer. I got Big Bro Joe. I got Dating Pool Diva. And our special guest who's in the room who's going to grab the mic in the next segment. Yours truly, Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J. Live from the Den, Legacy. Internet radio, 804-402-2893. Call us back in the next segment. We'll be back in a few. Stay with us.